Hi there, my name is Dimitris Haralambidis. I'm a mathematics teacher, and in this video, we'll have a first introduction in probabilities. And mostly, we will work on understanding some key concepts of probabilities. We'll begin by the concept of a probability experiment. Here, we can say that a probability experiment is a process, let's say, something that it is either done by us or observed by us, the result of which is not known in advance. For example, things that can be done by us are throwing a die, tossing a coin, randomly selecting a person out of a class, or picking up a card. Some things that are being observed could be while raining to see where a lightning might hit the ground, to see what would be the color of the first car passing in front of us be, and so on. So anything that it is either done or observed, the result of which is not known in advance, can be considered as a probability experiment. Whatever the result, though, is, one thing is certain. Something will indeed happen. A face will come up, a card will be picked, a car eventually will pass in front of us, and so on. That something is called outcome of the probability experiment. Now, if we create sets, and by set we mean collection of items, if we create sets that contain one or more outcomes of a probability experiment, these sets will be called events. Events can be classified at first as simple or complex ones. A simple event is an event that consists of a single outcome. For example, imagine rolling a 6-sided die. The event of rolling a 3 is a simple event simply because it consists of only one outcome, number 3, the face of 3. On the other hand, however, a complex event is an event that consists of 2 or more simple events. For example, the event in the same probability experiment of throwing a 6-sided die, the event of rolling an even number is a complex event because it simply consists of more than one outcomes. It consists of the simple events of rolling a face of 2, a face of 4, or a face of 6. Events can also be further classified as mutually exclusive, independent, or dependent. Mutually exclusive events are events that cannot happen at the same time. Independent events are events where the occurrence of one does not affect at all the probability the occurrence of the other. Dependent events, on the other hand, are events at which the occurrence of one certainly affects the probability or the occurrence, if you prefer, of the other. Universal set. A universal set, which is also known as a sample space, is the set of all possible outcomes of a probability experiment. So, in the case of rolling a die, the universal set will be the set containing all possible faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the case of tossing a coin, the universal set will include 2 cases, heads or tails, and so on. We will spend an entire one of my next videos will be simply spent on calculating universal sets. So you'll have your chance of understanding everything clearly enough. Finally, to end up this first introductory video, let's see what the cardinality of an event is. Cardinality is a mathematical term that refers to the number of elements in a set. For example, if the event of rolling a 3 in a dice experiment consists of the outcome 3, of the phase 3, its cardinality is obviously 1. In one of our previous examples that we saw the event of rolling an even number, that the cardinality of that event would have been 3, because this event of rolling a phase of an even number consists of 3 different outcomes of 2, 4, and 6. So that cardinality would have been 3. Assuming, let me complete that and we are done. Assuming that we are working with an event A, its cardinality is notated by A. And why, spoiler alert, why do we need cardinalities? Because through cardinalities, we will be able to define the probability of an event as the cardinality of that event over the cardinality of its universal set. But we will see that in one of the next videos. Considering this one, you should be able to understand what a probability experiment is, what an outcome is, what an event is, the classification between events as simple or complex, independent, mutual exclusive, non-independent, what the universal set is, and finally, what the cardinality of an event is. That's all for me for now. However, if you have any issues, please be reminded that you are always welcome to leave your comment below that video. As always, thank you for your time.